Okay then, Helldivers, we are back and we have got loads to go over today. We are in the final 24 hours of the major order, and it appears that we could potentially win this, but we've got a strategic plan between the community as to how to tip this one over the edge. We also have a new informational advisory and strategic alert going inside of the game, and the Helldivers companion app has given us a warning for the next day and a half, which is a really interesting one, as well as the Baskinator teasing us yet again in the Discord. We've got all the information coming for your faces today. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful like button, subscribe with post notifications turned on, it'd be greatly appreciated, and make sure you check out our incredible sponsor, Instant Gaming, the platform where you can buy your video games cheaper for PC and consoles, with the best deals, offers, promotions, and discounts. Monster Hunter's only 40 quid right now, link in the description, go ahead and grab it. As well as that, we are also still doing the giveaway running up to the next major order. If you want to get involved with it, head down to the comment section and just put any colour love heart you want. Absolutely any colour, and it'll enter you in. We'll announce it over the next few days. With that being said, let's dive it into the game and see what it is that's happening right now. So starting off, we have the informational advisory right here that states in the previous 24 hours, some personnel inaccurately reported minor errors in the functioning of their galactic map, specifically regarding major order progress and celestial body coordinates. Those personnel are now receiving full ocular function examinations. An investigation has been launched as to the cause of the widespread spike in ophthalmological issues. No idea what the hell that bloody word means. All other personnel should proceed operating as normal in accordance with normal operating procedure. Overall, this was being resulted to on the basis of what's been going on over the last few days. The game has been a little bit janky, a bit all over the board, but it appears that everything is now back on top. As well as that, we've now got a new strategic alert right here stating that the liberation of Rock from the Terminids has caused supply chain expendencies of the perplexing but advantageous nature, resulting in 50% faster Eagle rearm times for the remainder of the order. Overall, very interesting indeed and a good look at, but when we take a look at the actual table right now, there seems to be a few interesting factors, one of which is that Meridia is pretty much on top of Moridesh right now. This thing is so damn close, it is disgustingly scary, which is what we're going to talk about in just a moment, because this looks like this weekend could be becoming a little bit spicy, and we could be obtaining a 2.0 for Angel's Venture. We'll have to see exactly how that one pans out. Right now, we have got the DSS over here on Vogsajoth yet again, with 8,400 of you guys fighting on that sector, and that is pretty much the majority of Helldivers, with less than 20,000 people playing right now. Obviously, we expect more on the weekend, but as of right now, these numbers are dipping down dramatically, meaning that realistically, the completion rate for this major order does look pretty damn bleak, but we're going to give it our best shot nonetheless. Your personal order is to kill 100 enemies using the Eagle Strafing run, which is pretty damn easy considering you've now got that buff. And your superstore is exactly the same as what it was yesterday. We are going to take a quick look, but overall, this is pretty pointless because it's not your killzone armor that you've been asking for. So yeah, with that all out of the way, let's take a look at what else is going on in the Helldivers 2 community right now, because over on the Helldivers 2 companion app, we are starting to see some interesting moves inside of here. Why is it interesting, you ask? Well, actually, they've now got countdown timers for the incoming singularity on Moridesh. This states right here that the Meridian Singularity should be making it there within 1 day and 7 hours and 40 minutes. As well as that, we also have the Meridian sector, as you can see right here, with the accumulated cycle at about 90%. Nonetheless, it appears that Moridesh is going to be taken out very, very soon. Leading into this weekend, tomorrow is only Thursday. I had anticipated that Moridesh would make it to the explosion radius of Meridia by the weekend at latest, and well, yeah, we're sat here now on Thursday with a potential new planet that could potentially be lost, so we'll have to wait and see exactly how that one plays out, but make sure that you guys have your salutes ready, because my lord, this is going to be a deep one. Moving into the main major order though, and how it is that we can actually do that, this one right here was an interesting post up on the Reddit. Now, this has literally been up a couple of minutes, and it hasn't really gained any traction, but I quite liked the idea of what it was talking about. It states right here, this is how we win this MO. We have 1 day to break 400 million fascist bugs and 500 million socialist bots. I suggest that we dive only eradicate, terminate, and automaton forces on repeat. What do you say? Now, obviously, there is better ways to consistently trigger drops and breaches until the time runs out. This could be quite a good one if you don't know how to work those, but we could literally just kill farm on these planets and just enjoy a massive killing spree, not really focus too much on everything else that's going on. I'm going to be aiming to try and do that a bit today and see if we can go on some high kill runs. I'm aiming for my first ever 1,000 kill run, so maybe you guys should do the same. As well as that, we have also got a message coming in from the Baskinator as people were asking what the favourite drip was in Helldivers 2, and the Baskinator is teasing us all bloody nicely with a, it hasn't been released yet. This is the bit that infuriates me the most, mainly because what it means to me is that a new Warbond or something is coming soon, because that is exactly what she is going to be talking about. As to how long we're actually going to have to wait for an announcement or a trailer or anything at all, I actually have no idea, but the lack of content right now is really dipping us all into a bit of a sad time period and putting everybody on different games. But it states right here, but for what I have for the build, I love the VC stuff, especially the red beret. She goes on into the what build she's currently running, but it obviously changes during different movements. Now, what is it that could save the game right now as far as numbers, other than content? The Xbox, oddly. This one right here states, can't play Helldivers on Xbox, but at least I can cosplay as one in Halo. Now, it still baffles me to this day why they are not stemming it over to an Xbox port. I have no idea why we're not seeing this, because realistically the numbers would just escalate so graciously. I can guarantee that Arrowhead probably want it to stem over to Xbox, and with a giant crossover of games right now, I have no idea why they haven't done it already. If anyone from Arrowhead can, please tell me, why are we not allowed this game on Xbox? The numbers would jump up exponentially largely. And other than that, we have got a poll that we put up on the main YouTube post page yesterday, and this one was quite an interesting one. It states right here, with all the new things to fight against, what would you want the most? The majority of you guys, which is 70% of 15,000 of you, want the rest of the Squid Army. Now, we obviously received the Illuminate's first Vanguard strike from early December, and we're now sat at mid-March. And we're still waiting on the rest of the Illumina army. We all thought that it would be coming in the first few months with a storyline that just got ramped up really, really quickly. Unfortunately, we were all terribly wrong. Nonetheless, so we have got to take a look at your top comments as I'm feeling this one quite graciously. We're going to take a look at what it is you guys have got to say. This first one right here states, lots to go over, no new update. Yep, the struggles of a Helldivers YouTuber is getting real, my boys. It's getting real. We managed to get to this part maybe once every quarter, every few months, where content runs to a drip dry point and then they just release something absolutely huge. I'm just literally waiting for that something huge to come while we take a look at everything else. Next up right here it states, imagine if the Illuminate took over bugs like they did citizens. Now that would be absolutely disgusting. I cannot imagine how that one would play out. That would actually scare the living life out of me. But as it stands, when we went on to Helldivers 1 yesterday, we did realise that the bots actually had dogs. Now could you imagine a movement where bot dogs were in play, and also a movement where bugs were taken over by Illuminate and had made some sort of like Illuminate bug dog hybrid? It makes me want to vom. It makes me want to vom. This next one right here states, just realised the other day that those purple barrels on the Illuminate missions are probably the dark matter being accumulated, and wondered if us slowing down the black hole is directly related to the barrels destroyed. That's actually hilarious, although no, as far as I'm aware, it is not related to how fast the invasions are stopped, more that basis. So if we're stopping the invasions quicker, it will stop the accumulations faster. That's pretty much how it works. It's nothing to do with the barrels, although it would have been a really cool concept indeed. And I want to personally put this one in here. This one was not really in the top comments, but I felt like we needed to talk about it. It stated, is it just me, or does it feel like they've turned up the ragdoll physics to annoying levels? I died way more times than normal the other day, purely due to getting flung around like crazy. once I was joggled around from 3 different explosions, finally smacking into a rock and dying. It's one thing to die to explosions, but to be flung around, not able to move or avoid any other attacks is really annoying. You guys all know how I feel about the bots, you know how I feel about ragdolling, and I absolutely bloody despise it. If it was up to me, they would turn the ragdolling all the way down and we wouldn't have to deal with it borderline ever. It's so frustrating, but it does seem to feel like it's getting worse. Yes, you are correct. Nonetheless, unfortunately, that's all we've got time for today. If you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe, post notifications turned on. Appreciate your faces, and as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.